Now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Thomas Geboy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
Good afternoon, Utah. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway to the weekend and we're moving into some calmer weather. We still have some lingering snow showers in spots, but one place where we don't see lingering snow is at Zion National Park. But what we are left with is just an absolutely beautiful view where you have dry conditions down below, and then as you make your way up towards temples and towers, you can see the snow on the higher elevations on the towers. That is just stunning. But when we look at Zion National Park, it's always stunning. For some reason, the banner wants to say Canyon Lakes, but Zion National Park. We're sitting at 40 degrees in Logan, 36 in Heber City, 41 in Salt Lake. It's 40 degrees in Provo and 45 degrees in St. George. And in our lower elevations, we're beginning to see a little bit more sunshine, so it doesn't feel all that bad. Meanwhile, as you travel up into the mountains, we're still seeing some light snow, mainly in our northern Utah mountains. Big Cottonwood Canyon, one of those places that is still seeing some light snow. Solitude, looking down Big Cottonwood Canyon, you can see a few folks getting ready to do some runs right there. Got a lot of fresh powder to enjoy. Solitude has picked up over 3 feet of snow at 37 inches. So we'll take all the snow that we can get, and it's been a wonderful system when it comes to that snow. And Solitude, as mentioned, 37 inches, 35 at Snowbird in Deer Valley. Sundance, 34 inches and 33 at Snow Basin so far. And again, these totals were updated earlier this morning, so we might have a few spots that are actually a little bit higher than what you see here. But where we're really winning when it comes to all this storm and all this moisture is when you melt all that snow down. How much moisture are you left with? Snow Basin liquid water equivalent 4.91. Meanwhile, Sundance 4.5 inches. South Ogden on the Wasatch Front over 2 inches of liquid water. Lehigh 1.75. Salt Lake City International coming in just shy of 1 inch, but that's still very good for the airport. And Hurricane down in southern Utah, very close to 3/4 of an inch when it comes to moisture. But again, as we go through the rest of this afternoon into tonight, our skies will gradually be calming down. High pressure is beginning to build in, but you'll notice up in the mountains we're still seeing some at least light snow, and because of that we're still looking at the chance we could see some minor accumulations, mainly for the highest peaks. But on the storm tracker radar, again, really getting hard for the radar to see anything because the clouds are getting more and more shallow as a lot of that moisture is working its way out of here. The winter weather advisories and the winter storm warnings, they continue through 5 o'clock this afternoon, not because we're expecting a whole lot more in the way of snow, more likely just because we're looking at winter driving conditions in these spots over the next several hours. So something to keep in mind if you're going to be traveling, say, especially above 7,000 feet. Just make sure that you plan ahead. Let's go ahead and begin the Futurecast. 2 o'clock this afternoon, the Futurecast will show that as we get into this afternoon into tonight, high pressure builds in, looking at predominantly dry skies across the Beehive State. There'll be a little bit of moisture that tries to sneak into northeast Nevada during the overnight hours, but for Utah, we're staying on the dry side, and then that's going to lead to calmer conditions as we round out the work week. Thursday and Friday, partly cloudy to partly sunny skies with daytime highs that are going to be just a little bit above our seasonal averages. And we'll see that today, but it's definitely cooler compared to what we saw yesterday. 42 in Salt Lake. And then as we zoom into northern Utah, high of 36 degrees in Roosevelt, 33 in Manila, 38 in Spanish Fork. Then down in central Utah, daytime high of 47 in Green River, 39 in Fillmore, 40 in Oak City. Then down in southern Utah, we'll see a daytime high of 49 in Lake Powell, 32 in Bryce Canyon, and 50 degrees in St. George. And really, it's going to be a pretty nice day across the Southwest desert as we'll be looking at those calmer conditions. But looking a little bit further down the road, as we go from Friday into this upcoming weekend, our next storm system will be on the way. So for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend, by Sunday into Monday, wet weather will be returning to Utah. As for St. George, dry conditions the rest of today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but going into Sunday, rain returns. A pretty good chance for rain Sunday into Monday. Meanwhile, on the Wasatch Front, that chance for wet weather more or less has come to an end. Still a lingering chance up in the mountains. Then Thursday and Friday, nice and dry. Clouds increase on Saturday. Then we bring back the chance for more valley rain, mountain snow on Sunday, with possibly seeing straight snow Monday into Tuesday.